Makes sense. I really want to ask you about this because we don't always have bipartisan news here, right? Good bipartisan news. And you've been working on this new proposed housing package with Republican South Carolina Senator Tim Scott. The cost of housing is, I don't have to tell you, but one of the most pressing questions in the overall conversation about affordability. What would this legislation do to help people?
Okay, so first, understand the problem. You know, we've been standing around for the last 40 years talking about, wow, how expensive housing is getting, and the cost just keeps going up. And frankly, here in Washington, we don't do anything very differently about that. The problem is we just don't have enough houses. We don't have enough housing of any kind, and we need more housing. We need housing for seniors and housing for people who are first-time home buyers and housing for renters and housing for people who have no homes at all. We need it in urban areas. We need it in rural areas. So what this bill is all about is it has a lot of different ways to move toward getting localities to make it cheaper to build in their towns and to encourage more building. So I want to shout out that every single person on the Banking Committee, by the way, it's Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee, every single person on the committee had at least one idea that made it into that final bill. And so we ended up with all 22 people on the committee, Republicans and Democrats, voting in favor of the bill to move it forward because they see it as a big step forward toward getting more towns to build more housing and making the federal government a good partner in that.
Senator Elizabeth Warren, you got to go to votes, I think.